Yo, what is up, my star people, and welcome back to a brand new video. And today I'm talking about spiritual depression and basically sharing my journey and things that I've learned and things that I've realized coming out of this spiritual depression. So one thing I've realized is going through it, it's basically like a hermit phase if you really think about it. Cutting people off and kind of reframing yourself in your beliefs, in your basically like your whole system, kind of like a restart, a great restart. Ooh, that's actually pretty good. That's a perfect way of saying it, from my viewpoint at least, the great restart. Because it's literally restarting your whole mind, basically. The thing that I've realized is, as I was coming out of this hermit phase, I had to learn how to raise my vibration. Not that I was in a low vibration, but I was in like a judgmental place, like spiritual ego, I guess you can say. And one thing you have to realize is that you have to treat others how you would want to be treated yourself. And I found that the less I judged people, basically I cared less. And the less I judged people, the less people started judging me, actually. And the more people started like paying attention to me for who I really am. And our minds are really connected because how we think and feel, people can feel that off of us. So if we're thinking a certain way, whether it's judgmental or love or anger and fear, we attract people like that towards us. And so we have to be aware of where we're at in our life. And one thing that has helped me kind of uplifted my mind was listening to good music and actually taking time off the internet and off games and stuff. So I didn't really have any books that I really wanted to read, but I would just journal, draw, and meditate pretty much. That was pretty much my whole day. And I feel like for anyone going through something like a serious trauma or something like that, it's important to realize that, alright, instead of looking at your trauma in a negative way, look at it in a way that it can actually grow you, because our traumas hold us back, but our traumas can also propel us forward because of that pain that you went through, or whatever you went through. It caused your spiritual awakening. And there's a difference between spiritual awakening and spiritual depression, and like there's a difference between that, and I'm gonna get to it later. So if you want to see a video on that, let me know. Traumas propel us forward, and instead of identifying with that trauma, we can, man, I lost my train of thought, but what new that just came into my mind was something I've been recently doing. So instead of like I know that I have these nights sometimes, and other people do as well, where we reflect on our feelings and regrets and stuff of choices that we make in the past. Usually people talk about that around the full moon or the astrology side of things, which I might do a bit of more research on that so I can talk about it, but I may do that another time. And yeah, so what I've learned is that instead of reliving our past traumas and pain, like it's good to feel that now in order to release it, because if you suppress emotions within you, you are keeping it in your body. And once you actually allow yourself to feel it, you're letting it release. And so what I've learned is that I don't have to keep feeling this trauma or this pain. So instead of choosing to keep reliving that, I chose to instead feel love within me, and to how to generate love within me, because once you learn how to feel certain emotions from scratch, you become powerful and you become more peaceful in a way. I don't know, it might have different results for you or other people, but for me, it's made me way more peaceful, and I have a lot more clarity now on what I'm doing throughout my days. And a lot of things are changing within my frame of mind, I would say. It's like, I would say my mind is, it just keeps expanding, evolving, and I'm just constantly absorbing information, and it does take me a while to process it and put it into words. And so, yeah, that's why it takes a while for me to process words, and I can share what I know with you guys. Another thing too is it really helps to get out of your mind and put yourself, imagine you're your friend, and you're giving yourself advice, basically. So this method has actually been interesting, and I learned it by Till Swan, and it has been quite interesting, I would say. I would say that it has helped me with like getting out of old habits before they even start. So like, let's say you're constantly drinking soda and you want to stop drinking soda and you want to drink more water and like organic stuff and things like that. And so this is just an example, by the way. I did used to drink a lot of soda as a kid, but I've stopped drinking soda around 17, maybe 18. And I haven't even used this method. Honestly, it was like my body lost interest in soda completely. And I would I would see soda now and I'm just not even tempted anymore to drink it. Because I know it, for me, it feels like drinking gunk, kind of like gunk energy spewing into my body. That's what it feels like. And when I drink water, I get this feeling that it like goes across, like I can just feel it throughout my whole body. Oh, I lost my train of thought again. My bad. Alright, what was I talking about? I might leave this in. I hope I don't. Device. So, when what it does is it's looking at your life from an objective standpoint. So basically, kind of like a life review, instead of it being a life review, is a life advice. And you really have to have a clear state of mind and like kind of detach from your emotions and just look at yourself objectively so you can improve your habits and stuff. And what I would like to end off on is that going through this spiritual depression and like this spiritual ego, I feel like it's all natural. So it's okay to grow through those phases because honestly, I feel like those are phases in awakening. Well, after you're awakened. After you go through the hermit phase, it's basically, there are cycles. So I recommend looking up your astrology because that can help you also look at your current vibration objectively too. So that actually helps. But I wouldn't recommend like looking at daily astrology on how your day is about to go and stuff, because ultimately you control how your day goes, not some astrology or the moon placements or something like that. Final message for this video, I guess, is it's okay, it's natural to go through these phases, but these are only phases. These are not permanent things. And once you learn how to I guess come back into your body and come back to this earth and be present, you will come into a phase of action of the phoenix. At least that's what I felt like when I went through this process. It might be different for you. I'm just sharing my experience. And so if you want me to go deeper on this, I can. I can also go more personal too, of like more specific things I've been through, and like I have taken therapy. It has helped. It has helped kind of, but I never really opened up. Like I've only opened up a little bit about my family, but I never really truly expressed myself because I didn't feel comfortable with sharing my emotions. And so yeah, that helped a little bit, but it was ultimately like me who chose to get out of the state of fear. And so yeah, I hope this message helped. I'm gonna leave this video off here. So if you like this video and you want more, tell me down below and leave a like, subscribe, and see you in the next video. No, see you in the next version of the now. Later.